What is going on, guys? It is Cameron with Lebanon Ford Performance, and here we have the all-new, brand-new 2024 Mustang S650. I am going to give you my first full reaction on this entire car, from the first startup, the first just initial thoughts, everything. So actually, let's just jump right into it. So open the door. This is the premium trim, finished in the Atlas blue, so you can see it's the premium. So you get the leather bucket seats, and this is fresh right out of PDI. See, I mean, all the delivery plastic is still in the back seat. So I mean, this is it's super fresh. I mean, it's brand new. It just came off the truck. So my first initial reactions, this is all completely raw. This is my first time sitting in it, first time like really being in the interior. All my camera equipment's right here. First initial reaction, I love the steering wheel. So much better than the old one. So much better than the old one. It feels wider, it looks more aggressive. The thumb, like the thumb grips right here are much better. The 9 and 3 feels a little bit better. The D shape is nice. It feels a little bit thicker, where that was my main concern with the 550 steering wheel. It was very thin. It was very narrow. As far as the rest of the interior goes, I like this. It just looks modern. I do like that a lot. The back seats are still very like bolstered. It's like a little bucket seat back there. Looks pretty similar to the 550 as far as the back seat goes. You finally get a sunglass holder up top. That's nice. Your dome lights. That's good. You actually have a place that you can put your cell phone, and it's a wireless charger at that. I have a iPhone 14 Pro Max, and it fits perfectly just right in there. You do get your USB-C as well as your standard USB and a car charger. All of them accessible, even with a phone being on the charger. And you also do get a little slot right here that you could put your phone if you really wanted to. That's nice. You can see, obviously, this is based off the 10-speed automatic transmission, so that is that. This is a very classic Mustang. This feels very, you know, if you're used to your Mustang door, this literally feels just like the 550. It looks just like it. But obviously that big screen is not. And actually, let's waste no time. Let's start this thing up. So this is my first time hearing it. Okay. Okay, so right off the bat, this screen is nice. I love the new sync system. Everything looks very nice. Okay. So again, I'm kind of just processing everything as I go. So I'm kind of just learning and just seeing everything for the first time. So the buttons down here that were like the switch up airplane style buttons are now just press in buttons, and that's a whole panel that kind of presses in. It's interesting. Oh, there's the fans again. Oh, and the heat went all the way up. What am I doing? So on the screen, you have your heated seats, all of your climate control, your heated steering wheel, because this is, like I said, this is the premium, so this is the fully loaded one. So you get your heated seats, your heated steering wheel, and all your climate controls right there. The volume knob is there now. You get your features for the car. Oh, that's sick. Okay, so this car is also equipped with the active exhaust, so that's how you can change it. Oh, I like that. I like that. It sounds like a more aggressive 550. Fumbling through these menus on the gauge cluster, you get your gauge details, all your temperatures that you're used to in GT. Yeah, you get your details on the gauges. You can obviously, I just saw, you can change your colors, but I like this black and orange look. It's actually kind of sick. Your ambient lighting changing as well. Dang, look at all the colored options. Interesting. Okay. So your custom modes. Oh. No, that's actually sick. Oh, that's very reactive too, as you can see, like as I swipe it, it's very reactive. Shows you a little GT. That's sick. But that's actually cool. So you can, like, as your profile. So as you get in, you can assign different profiles for different people. It's like a memory seat. So if you want you know, if you're the main driver, when you get in it for Profile 1, if you want it to start in sport mode, and your steering, you want to be in Sport Plus, and you want the exhaust to actually be in track when you start it, and your gauge cluster to look like that, or if you want the gauges to look calm and you're in, I mean, that is actually sick. That's an awesome idea. There's 6 different settings that you can have. That's awesome. Okay. Track apps, acceleration timer, brake performance, lap timer. That's cool. Okay. I like how they're trying to go towards the track with the Mustang now. I do like that a lot. Okay. That's awesome. That is awesome. The new sync systems all have wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. So any apps that you have will pop up here. Yep, there they are. Any apps that you have that are compatible with the sync system will pop up there. I'm ready to drive this thing, so let's get on the road. The electric parking brake. I know a lot of people are not going to like that. Let's just get on the road. Let's drive this thing. I mean, everything is a very first initial reaction here. So let's just get straight to that. The exhaust sounds so good. I do actually really enjoy the way it sounds, the way it's tuned. Ooh, okay. Right off the bat, I feel like the 10-speed, it shifts a lot smoother than, and I don't know, maybe it was just tuned differently, or maybe it was set up differently to pair with the small differences in the engine. But I mean, just that little first to second gear change felt so butter smooth, whereas then sometimes on the 550, I also kind of just noticed that an all new, fully new push button start, where it's red now, and the last one was like black and silver. That's a nice little touch. There's a lot of this like carbon fiber-esque look all over the interior. You can see it there, you can see it here. It's kind of everywhere. It's cool. I like it. I like the new seats as well. I like the design of them. I like the white and silver stitching. It looks good. I want to see a base model, because I know with the base model before, you had the tiny little screen that was just crazy. You got the cloth seats, and I just want to see the differences. So I'm excited to see all the trims. I think we're getting some more next week. But yeah, just overall driving, just like kind of cruising within the car. I mean, it still feels like a Mustang, and obviously you can hear the exhaust back there. You feel like you're in a Mustang. It sounds like you're in a Mustang. It just feels like you're in an all new one. A lot of people are calling this like the 550.2 or the 550 and a half, and I just do not see that at all. I mean, the interior is 100% different, like 100% different. So, and I mean, the people, I don't know, I like it a lot. I was kind of on the boat where I'm like, oh, I don't really know. I like it a lot more now, seeing it in person and driving it. I want to drive the 6-speed. I know it probably feels the same, but I'm so impressed. If anything, I am so impressed with this transmission. It feels so much. It feels so good. I actually really enjoy it. It's a very easy drive too. I mean, this with the 10-speed, it makes it so easy to drive. So yeah, so changing the angle up. So that was the POV. So as you can see, driving the car, it looks amazing to drive the car. I mean, the all new dash, the whole experience is it's so much nicer, in my opinion. I mean, I know there's a lot of guys that enjoy that old analog feeling, and I mean, I totally feel the same way. I'm 100% like pro manual transmission. I love the old like throwback designs, but like the 550 was great, and in my opinion, I think it was probably my favorite Mustang generation. And all around, it was an amazing, beautiful, fantastic car. Drove nice. It looked great. The outside was just perfect for a Mustang. I loved it. The interior was just lacking a little bit. It definitely felt like 2015. It felt like it was very, very minimally updated since then. Especially with, and I know it's the base model, so you don't You're not supposed to expect a bunch of like stuff like the tiny like 3.2 inch or 3.5 inch screen or something like that. That was crazy. I mean, you're buying like a 2023 Mustang. It doesn't even have Apple CarPlay. It doesn't have, you know, things like that, which is not a huge deal at all. And especially to some people, that is the smallest deal in the world. You know, that's like the coolest part about having like a modern sports car is you have an incredible, nice, fun sports car, and you have all of the modern amenities and features and creature comforts that come with it. So driving this car just normally though, the S650, I mean, these are all very first impressions. The first time I've experienced this type of stuff, or things with this car. First time I've experienced things with this car. It's so, this one being the 10-speed automatic, it is so easy to drive, it's not even funny. I mean, especially compared to that last one, to the 550, I don't know what it is, but the last one, like, it's so smooth. That is so crazy to me, it's so smooth. Because the 550, a lot of times, like just that little like second to third gear change right there was so butter smooth. Whereas then, like the 550, there'd be times where like, you know, you would feel the gear change. It felt like, I mean, sometimes, I mean, I would experience gear changes. I'm like, it should not feel like that. Especially for it being fully automated. The computer is shifting it and it's like that slow or that clunky. It's like, this feels actually like a completely different transmission. It feels so good, it's not even funny. I'm gonna go this way because they're redoing the road over by the store, and no chance I'm going through that. So I will take this little neighborhood route. Dude, that's so, it's like, it's crazy, and I'm tweaking about it because it's my first impression on it. That transmission feels night and day. Night and day. Yeah, I would still like to drive the manual though, and I definitely plan to here very soon. We got 2 of these last night. One is a manual, this is the automatic, but the manual is sold. I don't want to put miles on a sold car. I'm sure that the person that's picking it up is so excited to get it anyway, so let them fully experience that delivery process. If I can say anything about an improvement on this car's first impressions, it's this transmission. I am very impressed by this. It's just so smooth. And the shifts are so fast. I mean, it's almost like it's the dual clutch. Like the GT500 has very fast shifts because of the dual clutch. There's a reason that Ford is building track cars and GT3 cars and the new GTD that was just announced yesterday. There's a reason they're building these cars for the track now. It is such a capable chassis that they've been missing the boat with for so long now that it just makes sense that this is a very tight, you know, well-balanced car. And this has 480 horsepower in the 650, I believe. So, just about the same as what the 550 was. I think they cut the power on the last year or two of the 550. But yeah, it feels really nice. My first impressions are definitely good, and especially, I mean, like I said, it's coming from somebody that I wasn't fully sold in the car as is, and even still, the rear is not my favorite. Yeah, this pulls. It absolutely pulls. It screams, dude. I mean, red line's like 7.5. Saturated to horsepower. Do not ever let anyone tell you that's not a lot of horsepower, because 480 horsepower is a lot of power. This little instrument panel down here, I do wish it was maybe all different buttons, like individual buttons. I really like the airplane type switches that were down here on the 550. Those were really nice. This one is like if I press the Mustang button here, the whole panel kind of pushes in. That's neither here nor there really. It's not that big of a deal, but there's also when you turn lane keep assist on, the little S650 Mustang pops up on the gauge cluster. It's kind of a cool little detail. I really do like the new sync system and the new infotainment. It's very responsive. I mean, that is just very impressive. It's very responsive. As soon as I touch it, whatever I'm trying to do, like when I swivel this Mustang, it can take a full, I'm just spinning it like crazy here, and it's just taking it, so. But yeah, so that's my really initial reaction to the all-new S650 Mustang. Let's head back to the store. Let's go pick up Jacob. And see what he thinks. It's a fun car. It's fun. Oh, I just saw this reflection on this this truck that's in front of me. The turn signal up front, you get the directional turn signal, just like you do in the rear now, because there's 3 individual bulbs on the headlight. And as you turn your turn signal, each one flashes in the directional way that your turn signal is going. And this exhaust, and especially because it's the active exhaust, so you can turn it quiet if you want. I don't have the heart to. I cannot do that. But dude, the transmission's so smooth. It's so smooth. Yeah. I don't know if you just heard that. The backfire, even on this stock exhaust, is, oh, it's good. Like on a deceleration, for it to backfire like that, that is good. And it doesn't sound like it's like fake or it's planned, or, you know, some of these car companies now are like, oh, if you push the throttle and let off, it'll pop like crazy. I mean, that sounds natural. You can tell that there's this built-up pressure within the exhaust system, and on the decel, it's just letting it out. I mean, it feels like, you know, if let me try that out. Let me turn the exhaust off. Oh my God, it's so quiet. Okay. Idle was so quiet. You definitely still hear it just a little bit. Not nearly as much as when it's in normal or sport mode. So the exhaust being quiet, you don't feel like you're really attracting every person's attention in the entire world, or, I mean, there's some benefits here, I guess. I wouldn't even quiet exhaust very often. Okay. So we're back at the store. I'm gonna pop in, grab Harris, and we'll get his reaction, see what he thinks. Alright, Jacob, welcome to the S650.
Hey, what's going on? This is the first time looking at this. Actually sitting in one with all the features and things like that. A lot of screen.
Yeah, a lot of screen.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, we're 2023.
Yeah,
we're ready for a screen.
That's exactly what I said. I mean, I said, like, I want to see a base model, because this is now on the base model. Whereas before, you had the tiny little 3.1 inch whatever screen. In 2023, I mean, not that that's a big deal to a lot of people, but to some people, you're buying a almost $40,000 sports car in 2023. Apple CarPlay is
4.2.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's the reason why you're buying a brand new sports car. Sports car is to get the technology and to get the modern amenities. So Apple CarPlay is pretty sick on a new sports car.
I mean, look at this. It's I mean, it's that big. Yeah, it's from the like your what used to be like your cluster to now your infotainment screen.
Which I do like. I think I do like the cluster better, where it's like an individual like cluster here. I do like that a lot. Where it's like the seamless type of instrument panel for the whole thing. It's fine. I mean, I know a lot of car companies are going that way now, but
there are so many options.
Yeah, I know. And like another thing I was super impressed with is like if you go like here, look at how responsive it is.
Yeah, there's like no lag.
Yeah, there's like no latency at all. It's actually nice. Oh, actually, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at here, like all the G-force, the PSI, the battery power.
Yeah, okay.
You can change like your cluster theme. All your other buttons are all pretty standard from the past years. But
what do you think of the new steering wheel?
Steering wheel, so I like the way it feels, man. I mean, it's sturdy. It's got the flat bottom, which is obviously new.
Yeah, it feels thicker than the old.
Yeah, it's, I mean, like right up top here, like where you're supposed to put your hands. Yeah, when you're driving. I mean, that's. I mean, even like the textures. I'm not sure if you're able to feel it, but like that's like carbon fiber S.
That's literally exactly what I said. So that's like all over the place over here.
I mean, it feels nice. Doesn't feel like they cheaped out at all.
No, I mean it's definitely a premium feeling interior.
Back seat still doesn't have any room.
No, zero room. No room.
They need to just make it a 2-seater.
That's nice.
Yeah, sunglass holder.
Get a sunglass holder.
Yeah, they didn't have that Mustangs.
Did not. Phone. You actually have a place to put your phone now.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, Cameron, I think the wireless CarPlay is huge.
It's giant.
Wireless.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean that's actually everything.
I mean, maybe it's just because of our generation, but
I mean, it's so
I mean,
it's so
come
easy
on.
to use. I mean, it's like a no-brainer. It's so hard to go away from that.
Yeah.
And it's sick that Ford has made that like standard. That's standard on Sync 4, right?
Yeah. Sync 4, wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto.
That's
standard.
That's giant.
Yeah.
Like we literally took the biggest leap from tiny little microwave screen to now wireless CarPlay base. This is probably directly from the 550 parts bin right here.
They didn't change the part number.
That's the exact same thing on the door handle and the auto locks.
Yeah, I mean this
centralized
is different,
and it's cool that it's angled towards you. Like it's
everything's
really driver
oriented.
Yeah,
I think you guys will be excited once you're able to actually sit in one of these, drive one.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about you, but let's get on the road. Let's take it for a spin.
Are you ready to drive? Let's do it.
Let's take it for a spin. Wish this one was a manual that we were testing this on.
Yeah.
But beggars can't be choosers, right?
That's right.
We're just glad we have them.
And I mean, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I was pretty impressed with the automatic.
We had some serious construction happening right in front of the dealership here. So let's just take it out on the road. Get into it a little bit. Sounds good.
It does. It's
you have it in a certain mode, or is that stock?
That's the standard exhaust mode. I mean, it sounds like a 550 with an H pipe, is what I'd say.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's not overbearing to where like it's like humming at you or droning.
Right. Yeah. It's a good tone.
And this one has the 19-inch Brimbos on it. And I was when I first dropped off, I said, "Wow, those brakes are huge."
Dude, I know. And it's sick that you can finally get
brakes.
Yes, just get the brakes.
Get brakes.
I mean, that's what
that's what half the people want anyway.
Yeah, I was saying that's gonna be huge.
That's where the money's at.
It's gonna be huge for us. 'Cause, I mean, that's everyone's biggest complaint is, oh, you're putting all these horsepower in these cars.
Where's the stopping power?
Yeah, and you can't stop the car. Yeah. That's so sick.
I mean, listen to that.
Dude, I mean,
listen to how good that sounds.
Just that light acceleration. The 550, there was I've driven.
Like
it's very
like hard
clunky.
into like second and third.
Yes. I was so shocked. I'm like, what are you talking about here? It's actually nuts.
Let's see. I mean, you barely.
Isn't that so
feel
butter?
I mean, you can barely feel it.
Yeah. It's so good. I think that is the biggest improvement that I've felt of the car is how smooth the 10-speed is.
I don't know, what did they change? Because I mean, the transmission's the same as it was last year.
Yeah, I mean, I know it probably had to be re-geared and re-ratioed a little bit because of like the little different changes that were in the engine with a different tune and stuff like that. But
sounds good, feels good. I mean,
I like this. It's very
looks
modern.
good.
But still kind of keeps like the Mustang flag. It's nice. Yeah, the driver orientation's so good, and like as a passenger, I still feel like I have plenty of room. I've got plenty of stuff that I feel like is also kind of oriented to me.
I mean, do you have any issues seeing like
no. I mean, no. I can see the screen just fine. I can adjust my side for the dual climate control just fine.
That's my biggest gripe with like Corvettes, for example. Like
everything is
radiator. Like it's like you as the passenger, you feel so secluded. From,
I was about to say, if you're not the driver, you're almost not even in the car. You have no control over anything.
Driving. That's my biggest gripe, and I'm glad that they kind of they've taken that design but oriented it back towards the passenger seat. Definitely. That's I mean, the C8s look cool. They sound great. They're fast cars. Yeah. But only for the drivers.
Yeah, I was about to say, you might as well not enjoy it as a passenger.
For anybody else, it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not tall by any stretch of the means.
Yeah, you got enough room.
Yeah, I'm like 5'9", and I have plenty of room. I could lay back here.
Really?
I got plenty of room.
I got good room.
You don't look like you're cramped or anything. You got plenty of room. You got like about an inch and a half over your head.
That's biggest thing. I'm about 6'3", and I guess biggest thing with sports cars is that I hit the top of my hair does, or my head does, getting in and out, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, for this one, like, that's another reason I want to see the base, is to really appreciate.
I want to see it. Yeah.
Like,
What's the base got?
This is a premium, so this is about a $52,000 car.
Right.
So you expect the nice leather seats. You expect the heated and cooled seats, this heated steering wheel, all that. I want to see the base and appreciate that a lot of this is also still
standard.
there. Yeah.
That's what we really need to see.
Yeah, I'm excited to. I'm so excited to see a Dark Horse.
Yeah,
Dark Horse. Oh my God, I literally cannot wait. We'll do what we can with that.
Let's see.
I think so.
Alright, guys, we had some technical difficulties. The GoPro overheated.
Yeah, the camera, some camera stuff, but yeah. So we're kind of zero back in on the story, anyways. We have a couple of afterthoughts and some things that we'll, if need be, we'll record with the phone and give you all that, but. Final driving expectations and things of that nature. I think it's a hit.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you're coming from a Mustang, you're gonna feel right at home.
Yeah.
Definitely feels like a Mustang.
I mean, besides the technology, I think it's only an upside. Yeah. Got what you need. I think everyone will be pleased once you get the opportunity to drive one.
Oh yeah. And once because I mean, it just what happened with the 550. I mean, these are gonna start popping up everywhere. We're gonna see them everywhere.
I tell you what, Cameron, my first impression was, because we had those two sitting out there with the performance package, and then this one, I'm not sure if this is like the standard wheels or what the story is on this, but like the options for wheels, the standard package is so much. I was so tired of like the 5-spoke.
Oh my gosh,
polished.
Yes, those were so. Oh my gosh.
I mean, those are awful.
I mean, we've probably seen 15,000 sets of those.
I mean,
come on, awful. Since this one is a premium, these do look like they would be a standard wheel, because they're very straight to the point, silver, double 5-spoke.
Right.
But I know the premium on the last one had special wheels on the 550. So we will see.
I think you guys will like it. And to be honest with you, I mean, me rating it from 10. And I love cars as much as the next guy. Cameron, to be honest with you, I've driven a lot of cars, just being at the dealership, selling them, things like that. I think I'm gonna give it a strong 8.8.
8.8.
8.8.
Okay.
That's on the David Portnoy scale.
That is.
8.8 is strong.
That's strong. I mean, if we're going on the One Bite Pizza review scale, that's a good pizza. Oh, good left. So if I were to give it a rating, it's trying to put things into perspective about my taste in cars and how I would rate things. Of like a base S550, give all around give like a 7. Yeah. Because I can't look past that tiny little screen. GT350 at like a 9.3.
Yeah. I love the 350 is the pinnacle of Ford performance. I mean, it's.
And it'd be sacrilegious to rate this above, I guess, a GT500. So I put the GT500 at like I put the 500 at like an 8.8.
Yeah.
I give this a nice 8 out of 10. Solid. And this is with the automatic. Yeah. I mean, my score can only go up from here. Right. Because
we need to add a manual trans.
You give me a manual with the performance pack. Yeah.
Buddy.
Dark Horse is probably going to be so 8 out of 10. And that's coming from somebody that is very big on foreign cars too. So
you're comparing against a lot.
Yeah. So if we don't have the opportunity to send you guys off because the phone dies. If you're interested in the S650, we are going to be putting out a lot of content on it.
Yeah. My knowledge, I think we had the first one.
This will definitely
will be the first one that's online.
Yeah, this will definitely be the first dealership video and reviews and information. If you have any questions about the car, we're going to be doing a lot more videos, a lot more photos, a lot more content on this car.
Yeah, let us know what you guys want to see. Any questions?
Any questions, any concerns, anything you want to know about the car at all, let us know in the comments. But from there, we hope you enjoyed the video. We absolutely enjoyed making it.
Yeah.
They tell us to drive the new Mustang around. We're absolutely not going to say no.
Yes.
So yeah, we hope you enjoyed the video. We will see you in the next one. Here's the gauge cluster I was telling you about. See, it looks very like Fox body. It's actually so cool. So there's like the normal. I was like just switch through these. You can see the differences. The sport mode, that's this one. That's the one we were saying looks pretty like BMW M or like the new C8, which is a great looking gauge cluster. It's very directive, and there's the track one. So you pretty much just get everything you need for the track, knowing your RPMs, your temperatures, and your speed. And then, yeah, so it literally says box body 87 to 93. You click that, and it literally, I mean, like, that's just the coolest thing in my opinion. I think it's so sick. It just looks so, like, late 80s, early 90s sports car font on the gauges. I mean, that's just, it's just so cool. But yeah, so there's that. I'll just give you a couple more outside details. We'll pop the hood, show you some new things under the hood, and show you the exterior. So again, this is the Atlas blue with the silver wheels and the red Brembo package. So I think the spec is absolute cash money. The red brakes, I mean, like, that color combo, the silver is a great silver. But something that's huge for the Mustang this year, we finally have hood struts. If you remember in the 550, every single one of them came with the self-sustained prop rod that would sit right here. And you're like, what are we doing? But we have hood struts. So there's the new 5.0 engine. You can see the dual throttle bodies, dual intakes, and the new engine cover. And it's a good look. Overall, definitely, I would say an improvement overall over the 550. There's some things about the 550 I like more. I love the front end. A lot of people say the front end's very Camaro, but you know, I think I actually really like it a lot. Still getting used to the rear, but you know, the more I see it, the more I kind of appreciate it. Like Jacob and I were saying, I do wish there was a little bit more body coloring on the bottom. But I like how sloped and how angled everything is. And it really makes the rear end feel low to the ground. So yeah, that is the all new S650.
So after driving the car drives great. From the exterior, you get some Camaro Type S on the side here, but you're still having the iconic Ford sequential lighting on the back and the front headlights now, with some added lights there in the grill. One feature that it's cool, it's fun. I just don't understand really whenever you would use this. So I'm referring to the automatic revving that you can do. So you hit the remote start the vehicle first. So you hit the lock button once, button right below it twice, and then to do the revving. So you unlock the vehicle and hit the lock button after that twice. So let's do it together. And it does this. Don't get me wrong, that's cool. I don't know in what situation you would ever use that.
Maybe at a car show, or when you're walking your car or something. Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, cold start, that surely can't be good for your car.
Dude, that is gonna be. Yeah, that's how you wake up the neighbors right there.
I mean, it's like a cool Easter egg because they don't tell you about it.
Yeah.
But put it on the key.
Yeah. Yeah, because when I had the key in my hand, I'm like, oh, it does not have that feature because the key literally just looks like a standard key.
Right.
There's like a different like button mash cheat code type thing you have to do to get it to work, but
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
It's neat.
I tell you what, Cameron, the only way to order these is with this quad tip exhaust.
Oh yeah. Can you get it with the single tip again?
You can get a dual tip.
Really?
That's standard. Unless you get the active exhaust.
Oh, are you serious?
Unless you get active exhaust to where you can do this rev mode, it's a dual tip.
Interesting. I did not know that.
That's awful.
That is awful. I don't like that at all. Because that was the biggest jump within the S550 family.
Yeah.
Was going from the 15 through 17 and getting just those single tips, and then from 18 plus you got the quad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So every vehicle ever ordering is going to have.
Yeah. Unless we like customize one and put like a new exhaust on it or something, but
because if not, they make like this slit just big enough for one.
Really? Oh, I guess that's
similar
a little
to like
better.
that we had.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my only gripe.
Yeah.
But thankfully we're ordering in this way.
The more I look at the rear, actually, I don't hate it as much. I mean, I guess it's gonna force to be grow on me because I also didn't really like the 550 when it came out. I would love if this was not black plastic. That was like painted, but I mean,
I do like that. Now that you're pointing out the rear, I'm glad that they finally decided to paint that.
Oh my gosh, that's so big.
I mean, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. I mean,
it's solid.
Rather than that old plastic crap that they had on there that would scratch every time you would wash.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You take a microfiber to it, and it's probably going to get scratched.
Yeah. Across. I mean, plenty of room similar to the old models.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to look at this because I'm a big floor mat guy. Love floor mats. I mean, the quality on that is tremendously better.
Oh, that actually is significantly better.
Yeah, it feels like the old, almost like the California Special. Like, material.
very plush.
Your rubbers are still the same, but I like that a lot.
I do like that. Yeah. I didn't pop the trunk before. That's a nice size for a little sports car.
Cool, guys. Well, if you have any questions, let us know. We're shooting all kinds of content.